All right, folks, once again, George Rodriguez, El Conservador, talking to you from San Antonio, deep in the heart of South Texas. And we've got a new guest with us, Mr. Christopher Hajec, who is with he is an attorney with the Immigration Reform Law Institute in Washington, D.C. And I wanted to reach out to Christopher because specifically we've been hearing so much on the news lately regarding sanctuary communities and illegal alien criminals that have escaped and such. And I wanted to get him on our show because his organization deals with this issue. And just to ask him, what are the problems that are being caused by these, I will call them outlaw jurisdictions, and what can be done. I mean, we talk a lot, we hear a lot about what the president needs to do, what the federal government needs to do, et cetera, et cetera. But let's get somebody who is working on the front lines of this. Christopher, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, George.
I really would like to give us, since you guys are dealing with it on a daily basis, how many or what is going on with these outlaw jurisdictions, with these sanctuary communities? How much trouble are they causing us?
Well, they're causing a great deal of trouble. About half of the country now, by population, lives in some kind of sanctuary jurisdiction or another. And one major obvious problem with it is that immigration laws are not being enforced in these vast areas. And in particular, this causes a great public safety problem because what they're doing is releasing criminals back on the street, and these are career criminals. They're going to commit more crimes. It's a certainty. And if they just shared information with ICE about when they're going to release them from state custody for their crimes, ICE could come into the jails and pick them up and deport them. But instead, they want them to be released back on the streets. They refuse to cooperate with ICE.
We've had certain jurisdictions, certain judges even, say that they don't want ICE to even enter the courthouses.
That is indeed going on. It's a total violation of federal supremacy. I mean, the federal government can go anywhere in the United States to enforce federal law, including state courthouses.
Amazing. Now, what can be done? I mean, we hear so much about, there's a lot of folks that complain about it. What can be done about this situation? I mean, these jurisdictions just seem to be creating an outlaw situation.
Yes, and what is being done and may well succeed is the United States has sued California over its sanctuary state law, saying that it's preempted by the supremacy clause of the Constitution, which says federal law is supreme over state law. And it's now before the Supreme Court, and the United States is petitioning the Supreme Court to take the case and strike down California's sanctuary law. And if it does that, then sanctuary laws will be, in effect, invalidated all over the country. And so it's a very important case. And it's very clear, to my mind, that sanctuary laws just are successful attempts to interfere with and block the enforcement of federal immigration law. And that's kind of preemption, the court calls it. It's setting up an obstacle to federal law. That means the law has to be invalidated as inconsistent with federal law.
Where's the root of this idea of sanctuary communities? Is it in the Middle Ages where people used to flee to a convent or something to avoid the king's reach?
They try to link it to that, the idea of a sanctuary in a church, but the only thing that could be it's not really common at all. This isn't a sanctuary in that sense. This is shielding people from the law altogether. In the old sanctuary system, you would go in, and then the king might have to exile you from the country instead of prosecuting you or something like that. But here, they don't want to abide by the law at all.
So, this situation that we have, like in California, obviously, where even not only the state, but you also have the jurisdiction of in San Francisco and other communities, Oakland and others who are blatantly just thumbing their nose at immigration law. You've got the same situation in Oregon. I mean, these communities, these cities. Can they? I mean, is there an effort to try to limit their federal funding at least, or as a way?
Ultimately, that effort will have to come from Congress, and it hasn't come from Congress. Then Attorney General Jeff Sessions made many attempts to cut funding to sanctuary cities. A lot of courts ruled that when these attempts were challenged, that he didn't have the authorization from Congress to attach those conditions to these specific grants. Now, he won some cases and he lost some others. That was an attempt that, in his mind, was proper, but the court said he didn't have the delegated authority. Congress could do it. Congress could get rid of sanctuary cities very easily by attaching that to funding. But the Democrats would never vote for that in the House of Representatives. And the president is somewhat limited in his options, but this lawsuit is a very good option, because what's wrong with these things, apart from just the fact that they're stopping immigration law from being enforced, is that they're a denial of our Constitution. They're a denial of federal supremacy. And it's just lawlessness and chaos that the other side is quite willing to enact if it means that they can have more illegal immigrants in their communities and more criminal aliens in their communities. I don't know why they want those things, but they very clearly do.
It's we've had the situation of a judge, I believe in Massachusetts it was, that actually enabled an illegal alien to go out the back door to escape.
And that judge is being prosecuted by the Trump administration. One thing they could do, and this may be in their playbook if necessary, is prosecute local people, local officials and police officers and so forth for harboring illegal aliens, which is a federal crime. And you harbor an illegal alien if you refuse to tell ICE their whereabouts. ICE says, is that illegal alien in your jail? When are you going to release him? We'd like to be there to pick him up, and you refuse to answer. That is concealing an illegal alien from law enforcement, and it's a crime. So one thing the president could do is prosecute that sort of thing more vigorously. They've made a start with this judge, and they could apply that more broadly.
So making an example of that judge at least would send a message, I guess, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Go ahead.
There are other judges doing this now.
Oh my gosh! I mean, it's outrageous. It's absolutely outrageous. So, I mean, the president has acted a lot on his own to address the illegal immigration and border crisis. Do you think that that's going to have to be the case at least because the Congress is just not going to be willing, the Democrats are just not going to be willing to work on this matter?
Yes, I think absolutely Trump has to do and is doing, or doing a lot of things himself. He has to do everything he can to enact his goals through presidential action, and he's done that through diplomacy, working with Mexico and the Triangle countries to set up safe third country agreements, and he's doing he's threatened terrorists to get that done, and he has a lot of tools at his disposal. They're always challenged in court, but that just slows him down a bit sometimes, because ultimately they're upheld by the Supreme Court. And he has to take that to the voters in 2020 and say, if you elect a Democrat, all that's gone. I mean, you can say sort of, I am the wall. I am holding the line here as best I can, and he can, I think, ride that to victory. And then hopefully get the House back, and then really address things in a more permanent legitimate way that's harder to change.
It's very, very difficult for me to understand as a layperson how somebody can justify defying laws in the name of helping someone. I mean, for crying out loud, somebody help me and let me defy and help me to defy the law that forces me to pay taxes. Right.
Right. I mean, policy choices have been made by Congress, and they're in our immigration law. And the leaders of sanctuary cities don't like these policies, but Congress's will is supreme. Its law is supreme over their laws. And this was settled in the Civil War. That there's or it was also settled. There were crises before that, where states can't nullify federal law. Federal law overrides it, and that's right in the Constitution. That was the design from the beginning. And now courts like the Ninth Circuit that have never cared about states' rights and state prerogatives are using wrong 10th Amendment argument to try to protect sanctuary cities.
It just seems like I keep hearing arguments regarding feelings rather than logic and the law.
It's very emotional, and I don't know why, but it's they're in a state of rage and resistance, and and it seems politically suicidal to me. The average voter hears about these things, and it's hard to imagine that they would support it.
Yes. Indeed. I mean, logic goes out the window. Christopher, thank you very much for coming on our show and talking to us about this, bringing some kind of sanity to what is going on with this, and let the folks know how they can follow up on IRLI and what you guys do.
Right, you can visit our website at our IRLI.org and look at the materials we have there. You can also get involved in your local political process and or national political process, and hold your elected officials accountable for enacting sanctuary policies or not cooperating with ICE.
Gotcha.
Find out what's going on in your community. Go to meetings. Go to town halls, and hold their feet to the fire.
You got it, buddy. Thank you once again, our good friend Christopher Hajec, who is with the Immigration Reform Law Institute in Washington, D.C. Thank you for being with us.